ocean, your chest has disappeared. Your backside needs inflating, and your cheeks are just as you feared. To change it would be pointless, 'cause there's nothing wrong with you. You're an angel of perfection, and I love you. Hello there. This is where I wanted to end a video that I did a while back that covered a walk on the John Muir Way between East Lothian and North Berwick. But I couldn't end it here because it was summer. It was quite warm and the place was chock-a-block full of people, most of whom were eating nice lollies and just generally getting in the way. So I had to do my closing spiel on a quiet bench by a rock. But I think this is probably a good place to begin a video. And again, we're on the John Muir Way, and it's quite a short walk today between here, North Berwick, and Aberlady. I almost said Aberfeldy there, I think it's Aberlady. It's only about 7 miles, it's not too far, but you know, this is still winter here, there's not many miles in a day. And 7 miles seemed like just a decent walk, you know. And I'm sure there'll be lots of interesting things to see along the way. That's the Bass Rock over there. The forecast for today was actually for it to be fairly mild, about 9 or 10 degrees, with wind speeds at about less than 10 miles an hour. That seems to have gone out the window because it's actually quite windy, and I'm sure the camera's shaking a wee bit now and then, but hopefully this footage will be alright. So let's go. I have to say I'm glad I've come out of North Berwick. I mean, North Berwick's a lovely place, but I do find these days that it just irritates me, and I'm invariably glad to see the back of the place. It may well be the case that this is more about me than it is about North Berwick. Perhaps I've just found certain things intolerable in my old age. Cars in particular. I mean, in the centre of the town, the pavements are very narrow, and it's just, there's a lot of cars. I mean, what are all these cars doing parked along the main street? I mean, it's just unbelievable. But as I say, that's probably just me. I'm sure everybody else just loves those cars and those narrow pavements, and the thrill that comes with wondering if you're going to get splattered every time you step off the pavement. There's a sign back there saying, pointing towards Yellowstone. I'm sure that's where Yogi Bear and Boo Boo used to live. Perhaps they still do. Actually, I made a mistake back there. The sign didn't say Yellowstone, it said Yellow Craig. We seem to be heading for somewhere called Yellow Craig. There's paths all over the place here. And you kind of often hope you're on the right one. We're probably not too far from Dirleton, which is the first kind of little village that we stop off at on today's walk. And it's a rather lovely little place. It's got a castle and a church and an inn. And to be honest, I can't think of much more a person would want in life. So bring on Dirleton. Oh, help my Bob, this is one of these paths that just, you don't know where it's going. Oh, jings, crivens, and help my Bob. Right now, I don't know if I'm on the path or not. That's woodland for you. I might just have a wee kick at a tree out of frustration. Well, that's me in Dirleton, and isn't that just a lovely little church? I suspect there's a very old church in there somewhere, and it's been made to look a little grander than it actually is by some additions, later additions, probably Victorian although I don't really know. Like on top of the bell tower, you've got these kind of pointy, kind of battlement-like bits. These are later add-ons, I think. But it's just got a lovely kind of look to it, architecturally, and the whole ground around it, even this archway, it's just beautiful. The wind's coming from that direction, so a bit of the church is giving me shelter here. I've actually just noticed as I've sat down that the church is actually open. Although the door's closed, it says open 9:30 to 4:30, push to open. So I might go in and have a look. I love these old churches, not just churches, I love old buildings in general. They don't have to be churches. It's 10 to 2, and by 4 o'clock there'll be insufficient light to do any filming. I mean, a water bottle gave me a fright there. Yeah, so I'm in Dirleton. It's about 4 miles to go. I mean, in theory I can do that in just over an hour, but if I'm wanting to film things, you know, it's going to take me about 2 hours. It's going to take me about 2 hours to Aberlady, walking and filming things along the way. I just don't think I've got enough time. The first thing I want to do is just eat something. Then I'll have a look in that old church. And then, if the footage suddenly changes dramatically to the interior of a public house, don't be surprised. Because I'm starting to think that's the way to go. That was about 70 odd pence in the co-op. There's no weight in it. If I let this go, the wind will blow it away. I mean, what on earth possible sustenance can I get out of that? I was looking for a place to get a pie in North Berwick, but all I could see was the Greggs. And I think there's just too many Greggs about the place. Actually, I thought I'd try the vegan steak bake the other day in Glasgow, Sucky Hall Street. And I popped them, I said, vegan steak bake please. She did that usual stuff that they do in Greggs. What about soup and this, that and the other, and all that extra stuff for some sort of meal, you know. At which point you just feel like telling them to sling their hook, for want of a better phrase. Just give me a steak bake, a vegan steak bake. So anyway, I got this vegan steak bake and I'm wandering down Sucky Hall Street, eating it, and I'm thinking, this is really pretty good, you know. The bits of steak were just like real sort of meat, you know.
Then I got a little bit of kind of fatty stuff, and I thought, that really is incredible. How like steak this is. But then I started to have doubts. I thought, there's no way this isn't steak. So I popped into another Greg's and I said, look, is this a vegan steak bake? She said, no, a real steak bake. Which would have been a bit of a blow if I had been vegan, which I'm not. You know, if you ask for a vegan steak bake and you get a steak bake, that's a pretty serious thing, you know. I mean, since then I did try their vegan steak bakes and they're pretty rubbish, to be honest. It bears no resemblance whatsoever to a real steak bake. And there's all this carry on in the media at the moment, farmers fighting back for, they're wanting us to eat meat because there's all these vegans suddenly cropping up all over the place. And you know, all you have to do is look in the mirror, open your mouth and look at your teeth. Because see these teeth and the shape they are and all the different types of teeth. We are meat eaters. We're not solely meat eaters. We can both eat meat and we can eat plants. I forget what the term is. Is it omnivores or something? I'm not sure. But you know, we can eat both things. We are designed, our teeth and our mouths are designed so that we can eat meat. And I love meat. Bacon, steak and what have you. And I will continue to eat meat. And no matter the number of vegans that start cropping up, parading about the place and shouting the odds, I will always eat meat. Because that's what we as human beings, or Homo sapiens, were meant to do. Unfortunately, I don't have any meat right now. I'm eating this stupid thing here, and a banana. I know I can hear you saying, calm down, dear. And just coming up the lane there, because I've been in Dirleton before, and I have in fact just, the bit that I've just covered from North Berwick to here, I've done it before. I'm very disappointed to see the little coffee shop closed down in the lane there, because it was a lovely little coffee shop. Sad how things always sort of change, you know, generally for the worse. Sometimes it's prudent to just retreat to a public house and abandon your day's plans. Cheers. The day was doomed to failure from the word go. There was big delays on the motorway between Glasgow and Edinburgh. That kind of put the whole schedule out. But in addition to that, the wind was much stronger than it was forecast to be, and it was also much colder. I don't mind the cold generally, but I wasn't kind of harped up for it, because I expected, you know, the forecast was for temperatures of 9 and 10 degrees, a wind speed of less than 10 miles an hour. The wind was in excess of 10 miles an hour, and it's actually very cold. And I realised that by the time I got to Aberlady, it would be too dull to do any filming, so the whole thing seemed pointless, you know. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to salvage any footage for this. If I put this video online, it's clearly not a video of a walk between North Berwick and Aberlady. It just seems to be a whole series of moans. So I might just call it something like Moaning in the Gloaming, or Moaning in East Lothian, or something like that. If you're watching this, you already have seen the title. At the moment, I'm not sure what that's going to be, if I put this online at all. I actually got the bus to Aberlady because I thought, well, I'll go there anyway, because I quite like the look of one of the inns. And I forget the name of it. There's two inns in the main street, one either side of the bus stop. One is called the Old Aberlady Inn. It was closed between landlords or tenants or whatever you might want to call them, so that's closed for quite a while. And the other inn was also closed. There was a notice in the door saying something like, "We're still open, but we're shut." One of these sort of notices, the pub or the inn, the bar was not open. So, in some desperation, while waiting for the bus to go somewhere else, I popped into a tea room or a coffee house there. A coffee house come knitwear sort of shop. And there was soup in the menu, but there'd no soup left. It's just been a day full of disaster. No soup on a day as cold as this is not good. I just desperately wanted soup. I mean, how hard can it be to freeze? And I do this in the house. When I make a big pot of soup, I divvy it up and freeze individual portions. And then I thaw them, and it tastes just the same. There's no deterioration in the taste whatsoever. How hard can it be to do that? You should never run out of soup. So I got the bus at Aberlady. I'm now in Musselburgh, or Fisher Row, Musselburgh. In probably what is my favourite pub in Edinburgh, and one of my favourites in the whole of Scotland, I think, called the Volunteer Arms, and sometimes referred to as Staggs. I think it's just a lovely pub. A basic kind of sort of typical of how pubs used to be, a sort of working men's kind of pubs. Sort of basic, but it's got lots of nice photographs of the local area, old photographs. You get some pubs that have got photographs of old things that have got no relation to the history of the immediate area whatsoever. But all these photographs are relevant to the area. They're beer bottle labels from John Young's Fisher Row Brewery, which was essentially sort of here, I believe. Yeah. And the beers are always in good nick. Just a nice pub. Yeah. It's difficult to understand the tourism situation in Scotland in winter in some areas of the country. There are things open in winter. Dirleton Castle, for example, was open. That's got to be a good thing. If the inn in Dirleton or the hotel was open, it wasn't giving out a lot of signs or signals that it was open, because the doors seemed to be shut I think it was shut, but I'm not sure. And another good thing about Dirleton was that there's a small public toilet beside the bus stop, and it is open and free. And these are all really good things. But in sort of, you know, in Aberlady, for example, you had, okay, there was one in shut because it was between proprietors. That's nothing to do with tourism in winter. The other inn, on the other hand, I believe was probably shut because of the time of year. I imagine they probably still let out rooms, but the bar were not open, at least when I was there. It's hard to know, it's almost like a chicken and egg situation. You know, do we not get as many tourists in winter because a lot of stuff is closed? Excuse me. Or is a lot of stuff closed because we don't get a lot of tourists in winter? You know, it's kind of... I suppose it's a little bit cold in winter. That's maybe got something to do with things. Got a lot to do with things, in fact. Anyway, hopefully we've seen a few interesting things. The church in Dirleton was lovely. But on the whole, this video has just been a whole load of moaning. I'm Eddy Burns. I'll see you again.